What happened to the days when not only did we get mad, we got glad and pulled ourselves together and said, "You're not going to do this to us." We would march, but then we had some leadership, good leadership then. Do we still have it anymore?
You know, there's that thing, what's in it for me?
What's in it for me?
It ain't nothing in it for precinct captains anymore like it was back in the old days. You know, so that might be one of the reasons. Plus, you know, we don't have as much activism in Chicago like we used to. It seemed like everybody went in a hole, or somebody, you know, they had died or they got too old and couldn't be out there, and there was nobody to take up the slack of what they had done.
You remember
until
that
Gardner did the protest, and then you saw some of these people you hadn't seen in years, you know, out there with Gardner at the protest march. So who could bring them out better than Ed Gardner?
Well, I question why Ed Gardner, being 87 years old, is out. My question is, what's in it for him?
Nothing.
Nothing.
He's a multimillionaire.
What's in it for him or his family? Because we all of a younger generation pass by the same construction sites. And why is it that an 87-year-old man now decides to come up to go and fight against the injustices that are out here? When I went out there that Sunday, I tried to get the people to go on the Evergreen Park side of the street, because where they were protesting and marching was on the Chicago side. If you want to really protest, go where the action is. Go and take a dare to go to jail, because Evergreen Park was the site that they should have been walking on. So my question is, why do we have to wait for someone that's 87 years old, who has paid his dues and has opened up a lot of doors? He's a history maker also. Why do we have to wait for someone 87 when we have these young people that are benefiting from what he's doing? But I'm still questioning what's in it for him. I sat in a meeting with him.
His intentions are genuine.
They could be, but I understand his son was a product of some contracts. So it's more to this story that meets the eye.
I don't think Gardner is looking for anything. I think he was frustrated by what he saw when he came through, and he didn't see any blacks out there working. As a matter of fact, if you recall, when he first went out there, he stuck his cane in the cement. Yeah, I really don't think that he has anything to get out of this. This man has paid his dues, and I believe that he's genuinely...
And he's a multimillionaire, and he cannot be bought. His sons are multimillionaires, so it's...
Yeah.
No.
Well, I disagree. What is done under the covers will certainly come to light.
Most definitely.
And we're going to play this out and see what happened. But my concern at this point is, and I think we have alluded to it. No, we have not alluded to it. We've said it. What are the African-American older people doing that's not being passed on to us?
Nothing.
The same as the black state representatives and black senators. They're not, because if they were doing their job, there wouldn't have been a protest in Evergreen Park, because the contracts would have been fashioned in such a way that African Americans would have a slice of the pie. They would have ensured that.
Interesting.
And then, I don't know whether it was a story that you did, but somebody did an article, and they were saying that they had gotten a few jobs there for them to be on the site, but they were saying they would work for, 2 weeks? Right. What is 2 weeks? You know? To me, that's passing the buck.
It is.
We'll do something for the time being, but it's not going to last long. 2 weeks is not a long time for somebody to work on a job. I mean, it's better than nothing if you need some money, but 2 weeks is nothing.
And see, Ed Gardner met, last week he met with the mayor's cabinet, and they're working on a long-range plan. So, trust me, it's not in it for his sons.
We're going to see what happens. God bless you and keep you until the very next time. The Lord willing and the creek